Hi, my name is Dennis, and this is the second part of the Redneck Hopster Brewi pad video. In the first video, we went through the entire brewing process for the Redneck Hopster, and hopefully you saw the time-lapse video that I took of the entire process. We've now had the Redneck Hopster in the fermenter for about a week now, and it's time to do the dry hopping. Now, as I said in the first video, the purpose of dry hopping is to add aroma to the beer. So you don't want to add the hops right at the beginning of the fermentation. You want to add it towards the end of it. So this brew has been going for about a week now, and we're ready to add the hops to it, the dry hops to it. We've waited until the bubbling in the airlock has gone down to practically nothing. I've been watching this for quite a while now, and it's been quite active, but it's now been pretty much static. We haven't got any more bubbles through the airlock, and I've done my test and we're at the final specific gravity that I'd expect. So we're now ready to add the dry hops to it. So this is the dry hop pack. Comes in the kit. There's a couple of different ways that you can add it. Use one of the hop cages from Brewi. You can put the dry hops into that and stick the whole thing into there. The second option you've got is to use a hop bag. That's what this is. It's literally just like a stocking, which is open at both ends. You tie one end off, put your hops into the hop bag, and then pour the hops in. Close the other end off, tie it up with another knot, and throw that in as it is. If you put the hops straight into the fermenter without anything around it, then what you can do is actually filter the hops that is left out of the beer as you're taking it out of the fermenter by either using some sort of screen or a sieve or one of the Brewi cages as you're bottling it or putting it into your keg. That's the simplest option, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this instance. So the other thing that you need to be aware of is that as the beer has been fermenting in here, you've got a lot of carbon dioxide that's been produced and bubbling up through the airlock. And you want to preserve that carbon dioxide as much as you can as you're going in and adding your dry hops. You don't want to be opening this up and leaving it for a few minutes as you get yourself ready to add the dry hops and introducing oxygen into that headspace within your fermenter. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm absolutely ready to dump all of these dry hops straight into the fermenter before I open up the top of the fermenter to minimize the loss of the carbon dioxide head that I've got there, which is going to stop or minimize the risk of contamination of the rest of the beer. So now that I've got this ready to dump into the fermenter, I've just loosened the lid of this so that it's easy to open, and I'm going to gently open it without creating too much of an opportunity for additional oxygen to get into the headspace within the fermenter. Now that it's ready, I'm going to open it up gently, dump the whole lot in, and then close it up as quickly as I can. I'm going to leave this for another 5 days dry hopping before I keg this, and I might see you in another week for that process.